presents the TUBCAST.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Hello.
It's a lovely time to be here in our stall. It's Men in a Tub. As always, my name is Eric, and as always, I'm joined by Kyle.
Stay out of my stall.
And Nathan.
Oh, that's me.
And Jeremy.
You went out of order and caught me off guard.
I'm sorry.
I did your hello.
And,
Hello.
And I sometimes I acknowledge Kuipers, and tonight's one of those nights where I'm going to acknowledge his existence.
I exist.
No, you don't.
Only if children believe in you, and I don't know that they do. But I've seen enough Santa Claus movies to know that's how it works.
You
Come
do
on,
exist,
clap your
Kuipers.
hands and say, I do believe in Kuipers. I do believe in Kuipers. I do.
I do. Oh, wow.
Oh, look, he's
Hey.
fine.
He's here. Good. Okay.
Oliver's asking, are you a dinosaur now? Because
Roar.
Nathan's roaring at him in the chat.
Clapping. Yes. So it's,
Stop roaring, Nathan.
It's Thursday night, and the feeling's right. Oh, what a Thursday night, August the 16th. Let the record state it's August the 16th.
Oh, what night.
No, I'm not
It is
just
August 16th.
I'm not just saying this stuff, for the fun of it. It's so I can
fact.
use
Yeah,
this
we
as
do
an-
this for
so I
the
can-
money. Oh, wait.
No, I'm saying it so I can use this as an alibi.
Oh.
This is demo
for
reel.
the crimes that
well,
I do.
alibis for things that
I'll be
happen
like,
on.
I was at the podcast on August 16th
At 9:03
p.m. So I couldn't have robbed
Central
that bank.
Time.
I feel like your alibi is now shot in the foot.
How do you figure? Who
How
got
did you-
shot in the foot?
It has
Because you
nothing to
have
do-
gone on to elaborate that you were going to commit crimes on Thursday night, the
Yeah,
16th.
but he explicitly stated
That
the
I'm
bank
here.
robbery and not the shoplifting.
Okay, see, now we're just digging ourselves further into a hole, Jeremy.
Yeah.
How do you know
Jeremy
it's not
likes
part of the
doing that.
plan? Why do you keep egging it on?
Wait, we're digging our way out?
We're throwing eggs at people?
I don't know where we're going, but I do know that I've never done
there
a
before.
crime like that before.
Let's go to Cancun.
Who in the bathtub right now has ever shoplifted and would be willing to admit it?
I don't
Nope.
believe I have.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
Kuipers? Nope. We are a bunch of good little boys.
We are.
You always see the
Oh,
shop.
wait, I'm wrong.
Oh, you're a liar.
That would be
Because
you're
I got
the one
it
I would
was when I
expect.
was when I was like 7 years old,
That still counts.
and
Yeah.
I remember it was Juicy Fruit gum. It was a 5-pack.
I feel like I've heard this
It was
story
only
before,
25
actually.
cents.
Is that why you don't have your left pinky?
No, I have my left pinky.
Oh, yeah.
But I got caught by my mom.
Uh-oh.
She made me go back in. It was in the little tiny grocery store that's more like a convenience store without gas.
The Piggly
In the
Wiggly?
small town that we had. No,
Yeah.
it was more.
Piggly.
It was local.
The Wiggly Piggly.
I forget what they called it. The convenience mart or something like that. It was
The
really dumb
Jiggly
name.
Wiggly is a different thing. It's not a grocery store.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not a grocery store. You should not go in
It's
there.
a knockoff Jello.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a gentleman.
Anyway,
Jiggly.
my mom made me work for 4 hours to pay off my debt for
Did
the
you have to
gum
plow
that I
the fields?
the gum that I returned. No, I had to stock shelves at this grocery store.
Wait,
They
they
let you
let you,
actually
Whatever they
stock.
wanted me
they
to
let
do.
you work there even though you stole from them.
Yeah, because I returned it immediately, and then my mom talked to this
Because this was like a small town thing.
to Greg's mom, who's in my class at school.
Because you told
And
Greg about it.
Because they own the grocery store. And so
Hey, Greg,
then
if you're out there,
I had to work at the
you're
store
awful.
with
Okay, nobody
Greg's-
likes you, Greg.
with
Yeah.
Greg's mom.
Greg, you seem like a real jerk.
Yeah, why did your mom make Jeremy work when he gave the
No,
stuff
you
back?
don't understand. My mom made me work.
Yeah, but
For
if,
Greg's
if
mom.
you already put the stuff back,
I mean,
then
I
Greg's
also
mom
got
should
a,
have
I also
denied
got
it.
a whooping, so I feel like
You got like
I overpaid
you got
for
like
that gum
way
that I had to
overpaid
return. Yeah,
for the gum.
Hey, but you know what?
How
I
many
learned
hours?
a lesson.
You never
hours?
stole again.
That is correct.
He
How many
said
hours?
4. He said
4.
4.
So
4
what's
hours.
that? That's like 7 cents an hour.
Something like that.
You
Yeah.
then you didn't get the gum that you.
I explicitly remember putting Campbell's soup cans on the shelf.
At 7 years old.
Yeah.
Child labor for
I-
4 hours.
Yep.
Did
Yeah.
you?
This is why you don't.
And
like
the worst
Campbell's
part
soup.
was because Greg was in my class at school.
He told
everybody
everyone.
knew.
And he, was there because his parents own the store.
And you're 7, so he can't like cover for you and just be like, yeah, Jeremy got a job at my mom's store.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, he was shoplifting, and his mom made him work for us.
And Jeremy's just like, well, I got a 401k now, so eat it, kids.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm 7.
Yeah.
like that. Actually.
Greg, you're a jerk.
I'm ashamed even of this story, Greg.
Greg
Is Greg still alive? Sounds
Yeah.
like he probably had a hard life. Maybe.
alive.
Did you see him lately?
No?
Is he running that
Is he running the store now?
I mean, I know where his parents
Jeremy,
still live.
here's the thing we're gonna
The
do.
the store closed.
Jeremy.
Oh no, you did a terrible job,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
I was gonna say let's go back and steal some juicy fruit from Greg.
That would be awesome.
Just go back and
No,
get that.
by the time I was in high school, it had closed.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Greg, you still suck.
There you go. The slightly larger grocery store from the
But
town nearby.
You did learn a lesson because you never stole again.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
Is that accurate?
Because he realized working for 7 cents an hour is not worth it.
I did work a little bit in loss prevention at a Kohl's department store for a while.
And you stole from
and
them?
chased mostly women who were shoplifting as they
Underwear.
ran out of the
That's-
store.
What'd they steal?
Huh? Oh, all kind, everything, pretty much anything.
I feel like
Especially back to school time is the worst. So this time of year,
well, that's because they're
absolute
trying to
worst.
provide for their
yeah,
children.
so exactly.
it's about the
But they would
children,
teach
man.
their kids, right? Like they would bring a stroller with like an 8-year-old in it. No joke. And
Like-
then they would like have the kids sit on clothing and like have like a winter coat on at this time of year so that they could then hide more items. Yeah.
And so you'd watch them on the camera. or
We'd
something?
watch them on the cameras, and then we'd be plainclothes employees because we'd act like we were shopping near them, and then we had to wait though until they left the store.
Yeah, because you can't stop them before because they might
Correct.
pay for it still.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I never tackled anyone. I did corner someone as they tried to get away, and they shoved their grocery cart thingy
With their child in it?
No, it was one of those. Have you seen the carts at Kohl's? They're like
No.
half kid things with like a basket in the back.
Sure.
Anyway, they like shoved that at me with all the clothes in it, and then like ran down the mall, out the mall entrance.
Did they get away with it?
Well, they got away, but they didn't get away with the stuff.
They just got away.
It was
from
more
you.
important that we kept the merchandise than that we apprehended.
It was
the
like
perp.
if you've got the merchandise, no harm, no foul. Really.
Well,
If you
Until they come
got
back.
the
I mean,
there were people who'd come back the next day, even though
Mm-hmm.
we chased them out the day before.
I mean, if you can't blame somebody for trying, then why do we hold trials for attempted murder?
Yeah,
It's a valid argument.
that's true.
That's deep.
So now that we've gone from who has stolen anything, who's been charged with attempted murder?
Still not me.
Not.
I don't
caught.
want to talk about
No,
it.
I mean, not
Kuipers?
convicted. Not.
I'm innocent.
Okay.
Sure, you aren't.
I think you mean acquitted, Jeremy.
No, not even. Not even.
Wait, Jeremy,
You'd
who
have
did
to
you
be
kill
tried
over?
to be acquitted.
That's
Who
true.
did you kill over that pack of juicy fruit?
No. This is attempted.
Who did you attempt to kill over
You
that
s-
pack of juicy
No,
fruit?
it wasn't who attempted to kill anyone. It was who went to court for attempting.
So if anybody wants
went to
to,
court?
He's using it as a subjective, not an objective.
It's
so
whom?
now if this
who?
this is the part of the show
Right.
where I realized like if
you,
we were
Nathan.
like really famous, like people would just send juicy fruit to Jeremy. It would be like a thing.
Yes.
Cool.
I bet that's so
If we
next
had
Do you remember that?
Send
stripe-
Jeremy some juicy fruit.
send it to 505.
Do you remember that zebra stripe gum that they had?
Yes, that stuff was delicious.
Not
For like
really.
the first
For 5
for like the
seconds.
Yeah.
3 seconds at the
For like
beginning.
for five for
And
like
then it
5
tur-
seconds,
and then it turned into
was-
rubber cement and like
you're like,
Okay, next.
give me another piece.
Next piece.
And then you just would try to get the wad bigger because
Oh,
you just
because
would,
you thought it would stay soft if
yeah.
you kept adding.
So you
to
didn't
it.
you didn't spit the gum out. You just would add another stick to it, and then it was flavorful for about 5 seconds, and then you got to grab another stick.
Yeah.
I went through packs of that striped gum real fast.
I don't think I ever tried this stuff.
really.
It sounds like I avoided an addiction, though.
It's not really an addiction. It's just the I bought this for flavor and it's gone that quickly.
It was the cool factor too, though.
yeah.
It's kind
It
of
had a zebra on it, and it had.
That's what's called diminishing.
And
You know what?
Each of the gum flavors
You
were
know
different
what?
colors.
You
of
didn't
stripes.
get attracted into it because you didn't see the colors.
That's probably it.
Or
That's
because-
probably it.
Did you
I just thought it was a regular zebra.
I mean, let's be honest. That was the reason that I wanted that. I saw colors and was like, "Ooh, that looks good."
Pretty.
We can get a 12 pack on Amazon right now for $16.
Oh, fruit stripes.
Well, I'm gonna get a 6-pack right here. So
Wait, no, that's 17 count packs.
Yeah, so each a 12 pack with each pack has
put the
17
link
sticks.
Put the link in the chat and people can buy it for me.
Oh, okay. I see what you're
Peanuts.
saying. I thought it's 17 sticks in each pack, and it's 12
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
we could have a gum challenge. Who could put the most pieces of gum in their mouth?
Kuipers.
Yep.
That's probably true.
He seems like a real gum pusher.
no, I'm gonna win this competition.
Okay. Are you going to dip it
Here's
in
the
water first?
Here's the trick.
No, I'm a real man.
Here's the trick. You keep it in little bits and you slowly start to swallow pieces when people, you let it grow, but you swallow a few at a time. So
This is getting weird.
it's like you have less in your mouth.
Why?
So you can win the competition.
Speaking of eating things, there's this video that Kuipers has over here with this raccoon.
Yeah, play it, Kuipers.
And they say that raccoons like to wash their food before they eat it. Like I've seen that where they'll break into someone's house and dip the dog food in the water dish and then eat it. But
My cat does that sometimes.
But what they did is these Japanese people tormented this raccoon by giving them cotton candy to
See,
eat.
they're showing them cleaning food right now.
Yeah, they look like part-time dishwashers. But
Cotton candy.
now they give them this big fluffy piece of cotton candy. And this is just cruel and unusual punishment to the poor raccoon.
they
He's
get
excited.
enough in their mouth to taste it.
Yeah, to be like, oh, this is delicious.
This is
I need
food.
to wash it.
It's just gone.
Like literally
Raccoon is so mystified.
as he should be.
Where is my cotton
Where did
candy?
it go?
Oh, another
They
piece.
do it again.
Oh no, his hand already.
He got a little. He kept a little that time.
Oh,
But his paw was in the water, so as soon as he touched it, it started disappearing.
oh, this is so sad
There he
to
goes.
watch.
It's gonna.
Oh, he's like, I got it. I'm a winner. Oh, he learned. Oh, they're so smart.
They
Raccoons are crazy smart.
He was like, nope, not doing that again.
He didn't dip it in the water. Why are they? It is
Figured it
interesting how
out.
smart raccoons are to me. Like I'm always like, and they're weird little hands and they grab things.
They hide in sewers and.
Whoa, what was that video, Kuipers, of all those raccoons that you closed out of it? There was like a video.
Seriously, now you
Kuipers.
gotta
Hold
find
on.
it. Oh man.
There was like a video of just like tons of raccoons, and I needed to
Now,
watch
hopefully,
that.
we get the same videos at the end of this.
So should we just watch the whole video again?
No, just
No.
skip it to the end.
Kuipers, come
Come on,
on. You have one
Kuipers.
job.
You're acting like an amateur here tonight.
First, okay. Hold
It's
on.
like
Pete.
7 jobs.
He has a lot of jobs.
You're
okay?
acting like you've never done this jobs before.
One job.
I call these
Several
jobs Steve.
roles.
Is it the top left?
Talk about that one.
Okay.
That's rude. All right, I want to see this video with all these
Oh
raccoons.
yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
It's like
they're
no,
attacking.
no. That looks
No,
like a
they're
bad
getting, They're
day.
getting fed.
This is like my backyard. That's what it looks like.
See, you start feeding
Eric,
them.
stop doxing yourself.
You start
sorry.
feeding them, and they're gonna attack, man.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you don't even have to feed them. They
Look
broke
at
into
'em.
your house and attacked.
How many are there? Like 20, 30?
There's like at least 20.
And they're feeding him Doritos apparently.
They love salty snacks.
Yeah.
That's how I caught mine. I used goldfish
They're all like
crackers.
putting their hands
Did
up,
you name
like
them Rocket?
me next,
No.
me next.
Aw,
I should have though.
you really should have.
There's a place here in Omaha where you can go and eat chicken
Yeah.
and throw your chicken bones out.
The
window.
Alpine Inn.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
taken my family there.
I
I've
always
never
want to
been
go there, and I never end up doing it. So do you have to get a table close to the window or something to feed them?
You don't have to. All the tables are within sight of the window, but it
Oh.
is best if you get one immediately.
Do they let
next
you throw the food out there or not? Or
No, they throw the food out.
No.
So you basically sit in a cage and let raccoons watch you eat,
Yeah.
waiting for your bones.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
It's,
Yeah.
It's like a human zoo for the raccoons.
So they don't have the same problem like dogs eating chicken bones, where they'll splinter them and then swallow them and cut their esophagus.
I guess not.
They
I've
must
always
have
heard.
tiny enough mouths.
I've always
that
heard
they
that,
chew more.
and then like one of like a dog of mine or something will somehow get a chicken bone out of the trash, and they're always fine. But I don't know. I'm sure it could be
Your
bad.
dogs are wily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look
Oh,
how
Kind
that
of
one
creeps
was
me
so
out how
cute.
they get them and then they like run away on the back legs.
I know they look
Like they're holding the one up, or the front legs up to their mouths, and then they run away with the back legs.
and it looks like they're kind of hobbling like an old person with like hip problems.
Yeah.
I can relate.
Jeremy can relate to raccoons. I could watch this video on loop, I think, for a couple hours.
I just like
Yeah.
watching their heads moving.
They just it's like you got some Doritos?
He's giving them
You
the
got some-
jacked
got some-
ones, too.
Oh man.
He's like, now you do it. I'll film you. I'll film you giving them some.
He's like feeding them
Oh, they're on a
jacked.
date. That's what they're doing.
Now there's a lady.
I get. Oh,
This lady has more to offer than Jack Doritos. There's something. This is weird.
She has lovely sunglasses.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
you know they do like to
She's not
steal
wearing
things
them,
like
though.
sunglasses too.
It's because they're shiny. Oh, he
That
left
one,
one.
He left without it.
He got a bite, and he's like, "I'm good. I'm good.
I got enough.
Take what I
I'm jacked.
get. Got my Jack Doritos."
I like to imagine in the raccoon's head, the chip goes, "Go on without me. Save yourself."
It's interesting how they were all nice to each other too. All the raccoons.
Yeah.
Like some animals, they see food and they're gonna like fight the other
Yeah,
animal for it.
I have seen raccoons fighting each other out at the Alpine Inn.
Oh, really? Over bones?
Yep.
Meat. I think maybe that's the thing. You get some meat involved, and
Then they're gonna fight. That's better than salty snacks.
I've never eaten a raccoon.
thanks for tuning into your number one raccoon podcast on the internet. It's the TUBCAST.
Betwitched says my family had to shoot a dog because a chicken bone splintered in his
Oh,
throat.
that's terrible. See, I just
Which
I
part?
must
That they
have just
got
lucked
the chicken
out.
bone, or that they shot them because they saved
They had to
the
shoot
dog
the
from
dog.
the pain.
I'm just saying the both is bad.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a sad story all
What's-
together.
okay.
Yeah,
yes,
what
the
I
story
mean,
is
what
sad.
part of that would have been happy?
Jeremy's trying to be like,
No.
whoa, they could have just let him suffer.
Exactly.
Yeah, just
they
let him
could have.
suffer and
Just
suck.
saying,
So it was good that they shot him, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Jeremy's
in-
Jeremy's the sort that watches the end of Old Yeller and goes, "Worth it."
I mean, someone made that movie for a reason.
That
Think
dog
about it.
deserved it.
Whoa.
He had it coming.
Well, like real life.
No, but I had a basset hound when I was like in high school.
Really?
For a very brief period of time. It crapped on the carpets a lot, and so
And
my
then it
parents
was gone.
made
I
me get
relate
rid
to
of it.
I
Anyways,
had a poodle
You
for like
crapping on the carpet?
half a month when I was a
it,
child.
It would one day
Your own apartment.
I was scraping my plate into the trash can, and I had eaten a chicken breast, and the bone was there, and I was scraping the plate. The bone fell into the trash, and the basset hound came up behind me, jumped up, and grabbed it out of the trash and ran. And I went to get it from her, and she just swallowed it whole, like without even
my.
chewing it. So I think that maybe that, but both times it's happened to me, it was another. Then after I was married, I had a dog who swallowed some chicken bones whole. But I think that's maybe
I think it's
why
when they bite in it. That's
yeah,
the
it's if
problem,
they start
because-
chewing it, maybe that's where it
Yeah.
gets bad. But when they're like panicked, they'll just swallow it whole. It's insane. She says
bet
the
they
bone
poop it
was
whole, too.
lodged and stuck out the side of his throat from the inside. You could see it. Blood was coming out of the dog's mouth. No. It twitched. Why would you share this story?
To prove that, I guess it's don't
Yeah.
do that. Don't.
You were
feed.
questioning whether that was a legitimate concern.
Okay, I never did.
You had it coming.
I never.
You had it coming.
I never intentionally fed my dogs chicken bones. It just happened a couple times. But now
I would definitely not do it intentionally at this point.
No, I've
Yeah.
given them like pork bones before,
Well, that's okay. Pork bones are totally okay.
beef bones.
Totally okay.
Keep your dogs out of the
Poultry,
trash
because
can.
poultry
really.
bones are hollow and they shatter.
One time I was looking for a gas line in my backyard, found human remains, fed that to my dog, and that was fine. So I think for the most part, any bones but chicken bones is the
I
problem.
mean, if it's a femur, it'll give them something to chew on for a while.
Right. What are you? What's wrong?
It's a dog. What's it matter, Kyle?
Yeah. He's got a fever, and the
dog.
only cure is a femur. There's
Femur fever.
Femur fever. That's the name of my new band. We're releasing an album in the fall. It's called Femur Fever. Make sure you pre-order
By the
and support on
band
Kickstarter.
Femur Fever.
It's a
Kickstarter.
self-titled album.
Kickstarter.com/Femur Fever.
Is there a lot of bone references on the album?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, like dominoes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just chicken bones aren't safe. Yeah, not for humans either. I would say if you're a human,
Yeah, you shouldn't consume those either.
weird story, right?
Let's hear
Now
it.
maybe
Okay,
maybe I've shared this story, and if I have, stop me. But I
won't
remember
stop
being
you.
in like I think it was third grade, second grade, first grade. It was one of those three.
One of the grades.
One of the three of those. And we had chicken legs for school lunch. And then we went on a field trip after, and one of the kids pulled out his chicken leg bone out of his pocket of his coat.
With the chicken on it still,
No,
or just
he
the
had
bone?
eaten he had eaten it. And then to prove how cool he was, I guess, to the other kids, he started eating the bone. And I remember it vividly now. Like, even now, I remember him gnawing on this bone, and it was disappearing. And I don't know how
if
he
it's
was
cooked
okay.
enough, if it's cooked enough,
Is it
it'll get
soft enough, you think?
Yeah.
Is that, it was disturbing, though, to me as
Please
a
tell me it
child.
was one of those like crazy looks in his eyes. Like,
This is the kind of guy that would be like, we go, at recess, he would go out behind the trees. Like, there was some trees in our playground, if you went way out there.
Uh-huh.
And they would do things that I shall not mention. But
See, Eric, your reaction is just that of a beta male seeing a true alpha in his natural habitat.
thank you for clarifying that. I have now identified my role as a beta. And
Good, you're like a fish.
Yeah.
You're pretty, but
I'm like Kanye.
but those fish fight each other,
oh, then those are alpha fish.
but they're betas.
You broke him.
I broke Alpha Nathan.
But isn't it the female betas that fight the most?
I don't know.
No, it's the males.
It's the males. Okay.
That makes sense.
They're just betas. They fight.
We talked about the Call of Duty beta last night, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to segue into that. But
No.
that would have been an opportune moment.
That would have been
too.
an opportune moment.
If you're looking for the opportune moment, that was it.
So what's everybody been up to?
I watched a movie this week that I had not seen previously because it was on Netflix.
That
now.
movie was.
It was Hardcore Henry.
What's that about?
That was that one that almost looked like they basically filmed it from a GoPro.
This is like first person movie.
First person viewpoint, and it felt like I was watching a video game. It really did, and it was.
Oh, I remember that movie being talked about. Did you enjoy it?
It was all right for spending an hour and a half watching Netflix. It wasn't something that was a great adventure, but it was like I was like, okay, I have no idea what to expect from this, and it was better than I thought that it was going to be. I think just not by much, but it was like, okay, that was an experience, if nothing else.
I just saw Hollywoodland for the first time this week.
Which one is that?
That is
It's called
about.
Hollywoodland.
Yes, thank you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That helps me a lot. I know what it is now.
Jeremy's very helpful.
That is about George Reeves, the fella who played Superman on TV back in the 50s. And it's basically the last couple of years of his career, including his time on Superman, and paralleling with the private investigator who was hired to see if his suicide was actually a murder. So,
And
Was it?
what?
He doesn't want to spoil it, guys.
they don't answer the question, do they?
They pretty heavily lean toward it was a suicide because everything comes up to that point.
It's got Ben Affleck as
Ben Affleck
Superman.
and Adrian Brody.
When did it come out?
Brody.
2006.
Okay, I remember seeing the trailer for it, but I didn't watch it.
So yeah.
It was pretty good.
Wait, so Ben Affleck has played the guy who played Superman and played Batman
Yes,
and played Daredevil. He's just an all-around
And-
super dude.
and one of his love interests in the movie is played by Diane Keaton.
Oh.
Or is it Diane Lane?
Diane Lane.
Diane Lane, who went on to be Martha Kent.
Oh, creepy.
Full circle. This reminds me of a thing you tweeted about the other day. You said that at your place of business, you served someone who sounded like Lorenzo Music.
I did.
And I asked you if it was Bill Murray, and you said no. And then I asked if it was Peter Venkman, and you said maybe. But
That's the story.
the one thing about it what connects it to me is it's interesting how I'm sure Nathan is aware of this, but in the Real Ghostbusters, the cartoon, Lorenzo Music was the voice of Peter for 1.5 seasons or something like that, or 2 seasons, and Bill Murray made some offhanded comment about him not sounding like him, not sounding like Bill Murray or something, and people thought he was upset, and then they replaced him with Dave Coulier. But then like later
Cut
on,
it out.
later on, but Lorenzo Music went on to do the Garfield voice in the 90s for Garfield and Friends. Yeah. But then when the Garfield movie came out, Bill Murray did the voice of Garfield, and I just think that whole scenario is just funny to me. I don't know why, but it is. There you goes, a history lesson on Garfield and voice acting and the hidden feud between Lorenzo Music and Bill Murray. I mean, it's a story that had to be told. That's all.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
It's fascinating.
Bill Murray's a great guy.
That was a tale of two kitties.
Sorry, I just had to get that story off my chest. The Real
could tell.
Ghostbusters, by the way, on Netflix right now. So
The Real Ghostbusters.
watch that. Yeah, that's the cartoon.
Oh,
They had to do that because there was another Ghostbusters cartoon that was whack, and it was not the Real Ghostbusters.
To clarify, the original was a live action show called The Ghostbusters, 3 words. But then they had to make a deal where the people with Ghostbusters could retain the movie rights, but the Filmation people would retain animation rights.
Oh, yeah.
So they immediately rushed out their own show called Just Ghostbusters.
And it's I remember watching it as a kid, and it was weird. And I don't know exactly what. I don't even remember the premise at this point, but I just remember it being strange. Was it the same idea? Like they were.
It was the same
hunting
idea
ghosts?
as the previous show.
Oh, okay.
I don't actually know what the premise of that show was, but I assume it involved busting ghosts.
Yeah.
And then they justified the title The Real Ghostbusters by saying that the movie was a movie made about the characters on the cartoon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, that's
like
fun.
it actually happened to them, but what we saw was the movie made about them.
How cool would it be to have the name Lorenzo Music, though?
That is an awesome name.
When I first heard the name, I was like, that can't be a real person. Was that his birth
I mean,
name?
Lorenzo's pretty common, and if
music-
music's his last name, then there's more than just him with that last name, which means it's kind of
Unless it's a stage
normalized for him.
name. But I don't know. Is it a stage name or like a? I don't
Seems like a dumb stage name,
Well, so
Wait.
is Jeremy Holt, but you
that's
still
not a
use-
stage name.
Oh, because this is not a stage.
Did we mention that he was on the Real Ghostbusters? You mentioned that.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was the point
That's
of
where
my
you had seen
story.
it. Okay.
It's because Peter
Jeremy
Venkman
was on the Real Ghostbusters?
No, Lorenzo Music.
Bill Murray played
I was the
Peter
green
Venkman
goo.
in Ghostbusters the movie.
But then who did Jeremy play?
The green goo.
And the green goo. It's called Slimer, Jeremy.
I know.
Actually, that was Frank Welker.
I was actually
I'm
I
actually
was the
now-
leftover goo when he covered things.
Disgusting.
But on the Extreme Ghostbusters, Slimer was played by Billy West, who went on to play Fry on Futurama.
Good old Billy. Yeah.
So that do you get
We
my
called him Bills.
Yeah, I get your point
On the
now.
show.
because Peter
Full circle
Venkman
now because he played. Yeah,
in
I
the
get it.
movie. It was Bill Murray.
I got it.
And then-
I'm picking up what you're throwing down. I'm scooping what
Okay.
you're pooping, man.
It's a really fascinating story that I'm sure we could go on up for an hours about it.
We really could.
but I'll stop
There you go.
before we go.
I mean,
any-
the layers. There's got to be
But I
other
mean,
layers that we could.
Speaking of Bill Murray, we
unlayer.
could talk about Groundhog's Day if anybody'd like to discuss that.
Please.
The nuance of that movie.
Did you have something else that you've enlightened?
Not
Or
really.
become enlightened from?
But I gave up really quick on watching it every
Yeah.
day.
How long did you last? About 3 days?
Uh-huh.
2 days?
I watched it 3 days in a row.
How many years was it again that you'd have to watch it? To
I can't
theoretically have-
remember.
Was it like
Years
1,000 or
and
something?
No, it was
8
like however
years.
long he was in Groundhog's Day. I looked that up and I was like, I want to try to watch it that many
It was
days.
like 80 years or something?
Yeah.
According to the screenplay, the original screenplay, it was supposed to be 10,000 years, but Harold Ramis
Yeah.
has since
It was
shortened
less.
it down significantly.
Yeah. Anyways.
Lord, how would you adjust to life after 10,000 years in a time loop?
I mean, what would you not know by then?
Yeah, you could really.
I
The
wouldn't-
future?
Yeah, the future. I wouldn't know what aging feels like.
Yeah, it would just be interesting then too, because that was like before the internet. So you don't. I mean, you could go to a library to learn stuff, but like if
Yeah.
it was now, I feel like you could really put it to good use. You could learn a lot.
But I feel like you probably would go more insane, or not spend your time trying to figure all the mysteries of life out, but just trying to figure out how to get yourself back.
I think that. Well, and I think that's
I
what
think
he
you would
did.
quit.
And he did
no,
that.
I think
that's
you'd
what.
totally give up.
Well, that's kind of in the
That's
movie.
the story of the movie.
He tried to
Yeah.
figure out, and then he gave up because he realized it was worthless, and then he just started doing crazy things for a while.
I don't think I've actually
like
ever seen
killing
that movie.
himself.
Oh my gosh, Kyle!
I know. I know.
Go home and watch it right now. Leave the show.
What? How do I
It's on.
find it?
It's on
Pal.
Wentflix.
It's on Netflix. All right.
And then in the Groundhog Day animated series, he was played by Lorenzo Music.
Full circle.
I heard that.
Actually, I bet they could make a Groundhog Day the animated series.
They could make a sitcom easily because it just never would have to.
Guys,
end.
let's produce this.
keep making a Groundhog.
Let's do
Day.
it.
It would just go forever until.
Kuipers, can
finally-
you draw Bill Murray?
Doesn't have to be a cartoon. It could be live action. Nathan can play.
How
the
would
main
it be
character.
animated if it's live action?
I'm saying it could be either.
All right, Nathan, can you pretend to be Bill Murray?
I guess I could
Being-
be Bill Murray.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Someone call Spielberg or something.
He wants in on this.
He wants in. Tell him he wants in on this. It doesn't matter. But that's Spielberg.
He's a big fan of that. He's only a fan of two things: Star Wars and Groundhog's Day. It's the only thing Bill Murray like. I mean, it's the only thing Steven Spielberg
Yeah.
likes.
Wow.
Or maybe get Woody Harrelson. He seemed to be a big fan of Bill Murray's.
Why?
I watched Zombieland.
Bill freaking Murray.
Oh, that's very strange. That's the strangest reference. But
Why?
I don't know. Is that just like your favorite Bill Murray movie? Because it's like, yeah,
No, it's not. It's not a Bill Murray movie.
Oh, okay.
But I do love the way that Woody Harrelson's character reacts about Bill Murray in that movie, and then
Yeah.
the way that Bill Murray dies is priceless.
Spoilers.
Spoilers if you haven't seen that movie from 2006 about zombies.
That's a film.
Is that old?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Right?
It's got to be close. to
Let's
that.
see.
08.
Okay, you're probably right.
Oh man, 10 years.
2009. You got me, Nathan.
Okay, we were both wrong.
Yeah.
You were closer.
If this was the Price is Right,
You win.
you would have won. Wait, was that John Cena?
That was John Cena. I was doing the wrong music.
Step right down. Come on down. It's John Cena.
I want to see him on the showcase showdown now.
Yeah. Like in his wrestling garb, just
Yes.
yelling out his prices.
Yeah, someone tweet that out.
$1, Bob.
But Twitch says
True.
I'm not into zombies. Well, yeah, if I watched my dog die of a chicken bone through its throat, I might not be
Yeah.
as into zombies either. But I will say Zombieland is one of the it's like the best movie to see if you're not
If
into
you're not
zombies.
into zombies,
'Cause
yeah.
it's a comedy, really, at its
Shaun
heart.
of the Dead.
Okay, Shaun of the Dead, also another good zombie. Definitely check those two out.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of-
Zomcom?
Zomcom, yes.
No, a Zomcom would be Warm Bodies.
Oh, that's true. I'll give you that because that is
Yeah.
more of a Zomcom. These are definitely zombies.
Zombies, yeah.
But yeah, those are probably two of my favorite zombie movies, and I've seen a lot of zombie movies. Shaun
Yeah?
of the Dead and
It took me a long time to come around on Shaun of the Dead.
well, that's because you have terrible taste.
Well, no, it's because I expected comedy throughout, and then at the end it was like, wait, this has just turned into a full-blown
it's
zombie
comedy
movie.
throughout. It's hilarious.
It is, but
It's hilarious, Kyle.
but it seems like it has that turn, which I'm fine with.
It's
now.
hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Kyle. It's funny, Kyle.
And I love all three of those Nick Frost and Simon Pegg
The Coronetto trilogy.
movies. Yes, is
I
that what
was-
it's called?
Yes.
I couldn't remember.
I wasn't a big fan of the last one.
I haven't actually seen The World's End, but
The
I
World's
want
End?
to.
It's my
Yeah.
least favorite of them. It's fine.
It's the least of the three of them, but it's still
Hot Fuzz
it's-
is great.
Hot
I
Fuzz.
love Hot Fuzz.
I think is my favorite of the three.
Well, yeah.
Hot
me
Fuzz.
too.
I think Shaun of the Dead's my favorite, but that's okay.
That's all right. It's my
We can
second
still be
favorite.
friends.
No, we can't.
I love all of them.
Fight. Jeremy, what's your favorite?
He's never
Hot
seen
Fuzz.
any
He
of them.
saw
have you?
Hot Fuzz. He just doesn't
Seen Hot
remember.
Fuzz, yeah.
So that's
Do you
his
want to
favorite.
borrow the other ones? I've got them.
I'm good.
Can I borrow The World's End?
Yes.
Neat.
Apparently,
You have Blu-ray, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What?
apparently, Zomcom is actually the correct term for a zombie comedy. There's like a whole Wikipedia page about it.
I know stuff.
Yeah, but I think what Nathan was suggesting that would be based on that would be like a zombie romantic comedy, like a rom-com.
Yeah.
So
But
I
that
kind
would be
of
romantic comedy. That's why it's
Yeah.
called rom-com.
I know. So that would
Whereas
be why a
this is called
zombie
zom-com.
romantic comedy would be a zom-com, or like a zombie.
No, it'd
would
be a zom-rom-com.
comedy.
Oh, I like Zomrom-com.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Zombie.
What about
Zombie and Zomcom.
what about a
It's been
communist
decided.
zombie romantic comedy?
You just say communist.
a com-zom rom-com.
Com-Zom rom-com.
Com-zom rom-com.
What about
Okay.
Wouldn't it just be a red rom-com?
what about a comedy about a mathematician who's a Marxist?
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
What would that be, Nathan?
Or wait, a
It
mathematician.
would be that would not be. It would be the opposite of Keynesian. That would be.
It would be a comedy about a Marxist mathematician who cooks meth.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be Keynesian economics.
Be like
it would
a
be
not as beautiful
whatever the other
mind.
one is.
Breaking Dead.
Breaking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
No, but you got to work the Marxists
that.
in there. So Breaking Red Dead.
Redemption too.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
October 26th or 27th or whatever date.
Anyways, that's all things that could. So anybody do anything else
Yeah.
other than tweet about Lorenzo music?
Yes.
Oh, that's what we were talking about.
That's what we were talking
That's what got us here. I love it. Bill frickin' Murray.
I found the hole that was in the pool.
Oh.
Did you talk about
you
that last week?
talked about this before.
He talked about it. He talked about it off air.
I didn't talk about it during the show last week.
Nobody
because
has any idea, but you found the hole
I finished my sentence. You just laughed
in the
too
pool
loud.
that no one knew that you had.
You did pause though.
You found your hole in the pool. Is that where you were experimenting and exploring yourself?
I'm proud of you, Jeremy. Good work. Did you patch the hole?
Yes.
Congratulations.
I actually just replaced the covering.
That's okay too.
Okay, Jeremy, I'm sorry. I want to hear the story now. It was so awkward the way that you transitioned to that without anybody that watches the show having any idea what you were talking about.
If you would have let me talk, you know.
It's just the
you set it
you
up,
had.
you set it up
It's intentional.
backwards.
And
Well, if it was intentional, then why are you blaming us?
Yeah,
for
don't get
reacting to
upset
it?
at us if it was
I have a
intentional.
role. I have a role.
Does it
And a hole.
Anyway.
Okay, so where did you find the hole?
story?
Jeremy found his hole this week.
Well, so last week I drained the pool because it had a leak, and I had to replace the liner of this pool. And
Okay.
so in the process of replacing the liner, I found the hole, and it was created by one of those glow-in-the-dark wristband like things, you know, that
Oh.
you break and then you put it around your wrist, and
Yeah.
right.
A
And
glow stick. They were having a rave
glow
in your
stick
pool.
thing. Yeah, and the only time that those were at the house and in the pool was the last day of school party the kids had.
Yeah.
Which means it's been slowly leaking all summer long.
Oh my gosh.
But what it was someone took one and went down to the bottom of the pool and stabbed it into the bottom of the pool, and there's a 2-inch foam pad underneath the pool to make it so that you don't pop the bottom of the pool by the ground or whatever. And so they stabbed it all the way through that. So this little tiny 1/4 of an inch hole or whatnot, the pool water was slowly draining out of all summer long.
Did do you want to go ahead and address that person? Look at the rubber duck and just tell
address
them, like,
them.
could you please come forward and
Yeah, that would be great if you
You know
came
who you
forward.
are.
I kind of hope you're not a friend with my children anymore.
Unfriended. Dark web.
So there's
I
that.
kind of hope you're not like one of their boyfriends.
Yeah, that would be awkward.
Well, I'm glad you found your hole in the pool.
Yep.
I hope all that
There's
works
a hole
out.
on a log, on a bump on a log. And
No, the hole is not on the bump.
There's a whole lot of holes in my
Frog is on
pool
the
in my
bump,
yard.
on the log, in the hole, in the
on the
bottom of the sea.
Go
there is no hole.
If there's a hole in the bottom of the sea, what's on the other side of the hole?
Dirt.
But then that's the bottom
Dirt.
of the sea, not the hole.
Going on at Taco Jeremy's.
The hole wouldn't be on the bottom if.
The hole is in the bottom.
There's a whole
How
lot
would there
of
be
what
a hole in
going
the
on.
bottom? What's underneath the hole?
There's a whole lot of
More
holes
bottom.
in my swimming
Then it's
pool.
not a hole. It's just
Going on
bottom.
at Taco Jeremy.
So anyway,
A hole implies that you could go through it to something else.
Yes, we know. That's where the
love that
rabbit
you
hole
are-
is that we've been going down on this
I love
conversation.
that you are so emphatic on debating the semantics of that.
Of holes. Did you like that book as a
children's
child?
Story.
Did you like that book, Holes?
I don't.
Was
think,
that out when he was a child?
it was not.
B Twitch says, "Congratulations, Jeremy found his hole."
Yep. You're now a woman.
Not how that works.
There.
That's also, yes, that is not how it works.
Okay.
But Holes was a good book.
I never watched it.
No, I
You
mean
never
the
watched
book.
the book.
The book was really good. The movie was all right.
The movie
that
was
the
actually.
one
A lot of people like the
in
movie.
the desert when
With Shia LaBeouf.
was?
It
and
is Shia LaBeouf.
What's
actual
the premise of
cannibal
that?
Shia
Is it the
LaBeouf.
one with the big worms?
It's true. I am only shy.
No, that's Dune.
Or Tremors.
Tremors. That's the one I was thinking of.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you think that
Kevin
was Holes?
Spacey in that?
Kevin Spacey? No,
Kevin Bacon. It was a Kevin. It was a Kevin.
Now, Dune is Spacey.
Bacon.
Jeremy, I would have given you. Was Christian Slater in that? Like I would have given you that
It was
one.
a long time ago.
But Kevin Spacey?
Why Slater?
I don't know, because maybe in my mind I sometimes get Bacon and Slater mixed
Really?
up a
Because
little.
I
Slater
can
is
understand. I could
significantly
s-
more handsome.
I could see Slater playing that
Slater's
character
more
too.
handsome and like a skateboarder type, I guess.
Yeah,
but-
well, like West Coast vibe.
What was the movie he was in?
like a
What was the
90210
movie he was
kind of
in where
vibe.
he was a skateboarder? What was
Who?
it called? Christian Slater. He's like a
Christian Skater.
Christian skater. He was like Reba McEntire was in Trimmers. Good call.
Yes, she
Betwitched.
was. So was
Kevin Bacon.
Gross, whatever that
He
guy's
was also
name.
in The Land Before Time 14.
Gleaming the Cube.
Gleaming the Cube.
1989. I never saw this movie, but I saw the trailer for it recently. For some reason, I don't remember why. But I kind of want to see it because he's like a skater. And in the Kuipers, play the trailer for Gleaming
Yes,
the Cube.
please do.
Have you seen it, Jeremy?
No, I
For
want to see it.
Gleaming the Cube.
Eric has sold me on seeing it.
GLEAMING, the Cube. Play the trailer for it. There is a point in this
Tony Hawk's in that movie?
There is a point in this movie where they refer to him as just some skater kid, as if like he couldn't figure out anything or do anything in the real world.
know how to do
He's just some skater kid. All right, we're gonna need volume on this though, Kype.
No, I'm getting stuff set up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
Kuipers.
be so demanding. I apologize. We just need to watch this
I
trailer.
don't want to do this, Jeremy.
Don't hit the duck. That's where we're supposed to look when we talk.
You can watch it now on Prime.
No.
Slater of Tucker and Heathers stars with Stephen Bauer from FIFA.
Look at that.
And Richard Hurd of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles in Gleaming the Cube. Brian Kelly didn't care for the way adults ran things.
I honestly can't.
Adults are predictable. They're living under this illusion that life as we know it is going to continue forever.
And he didn't care for the direction the world was heading.
I don't know what's worse, you know? Blowing up a nuclear war or having a 7-Eleven on every corner.
In fact, there were only two things that Brian did care for. His skateboard and his brother.
Trump, what? You got a B+ in calculus?
Then one day his brother died.
So casual.
It was an accident. And Brian's skateboard became his weapon in a deadly game of international smuggling, murder, and revenge.
Oh my gosh.
No one knows.
Are you watching this, Nate?
Did they say international
My
smarts?
brother not listening to you. You're the one who's not listening.
Whoa.
That car went.
Did you hear him say skating is the only thing that
Yeah.
His only weapon.
his only weapon was skating?
When getting even means risking it all. Gleaming the Cube.
I want to watch this.
Yeah, that's
That looked
pretty
something.
great.
That looked like that was the prequel to Mr. Robot. the way that he was talking about things seemed like it was very much a secret prequel to Mr. Robot. But yes, you can watch that on Prime, Amazon Prime.
Okay, I need to. Let's just go ahead and log in. Hey, Kuipers, log into my Prime account. We're just going to do that for the rest of the show.
This episode brought to you by Amazon Prime.
Gleaming the Cube.
Hashtag ads.
Nathan, I notice you're in deep research over there. What is that brought?
Sorry,
you
I recognized the actor Richard Hurd, and I started looking him up, and I suddenly realized I know him from quite a few things without realizing they were the same person.
He's one of
this
them
whole time.
character actors that you just kind of...
One of those faces you've seen. Oh, yeah, I've seen his face before.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was Wilhelm on Seinfeld, one of George's bosses.
He was in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yep.
You know, the actress that played Phoebe in Friends was fired from Frasier. Yeah. Yep.
Good to know.
She was on Frasier and she was
Congratulations.
fired.
Tony Hawk was also starring in this movie.
That was
about
the only
skateboarding.
actress thing I knew at the moment. I say what I
Great.
can to sound like I'm, cultured.
We were talking about Gleaming the Cube, Jeremy,
Okay. All right.
which also
Is that what you do when you
features Tony
polish
Hawk.
it?
It's the name of the movie, Jeremy. I don't know why it's called that.
Must be a skating term, and
Yeah.
the person that made the movie thought this is a really cool insider term that I know. And
All he cared about was gleaming the cube until the night they killed his
did
brother.
someone fact check what that
Until
actually
his
means?
cube became ungleamed.
It was not to be weird, but his brother was Asian, so is it like a stepbrother or an adopted relative? Maybe he was adopted into an Asian family.
Jolliver suggests we should look up tracks with 2 X's.
I can at least give a definition of gleaming the cube before we do that.
Sure.
Please?
All right. To push yourself to dangerous new limits, hence being outside of the cube and able to polish it, creating the gleaming effect.
Someone
What
thought
a
through that
weird
one.
way to construct a metaphor.
Yeah. I'm gonna
You
gleam
found that
the
on
cube.
Urban Dictionary, didn't you?
Yes, I only read the first definition of
What's
it.
the next definition?
Not
It is
so-
Oh my!
When a
Oh my! Don't
when
read
a-
that.
Scroll down.
Nope.
I can't.
Nope, I am not letting you read that out loud. That is not family friendly.
It was something about a cat and a bald head. I don't know.
Yes, it was a cat and a bald head.
I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly what it's about.
Okay.
I think I saw that in an. I think Lorenzo Music was into that sort of thing.
Oh, that's what that's called.
Whoa!
Yeah, well,
Hey,
if you could
I have
just
a full
put that
head of hair,
cat on
thank
my
you very
head,
much.
that'd be lovely.
It's that episode when Arbuckle went out on a date.
John wasn't bald.
And he took Garfield with him.
Yeah,
No, Garfield snuck
No,
in the trunk.
John's date was bald. Yeah, and then Garfield ended up on top of her head, and hence gleamed the cube.
Look, I really don't want to get off your head. It's Monday. I got a lot going on.
Yeah, holler.
Full circle.
Anyways,
So funny thing, I'm looking up tracks. Not finding I'm finding the actual full movie on YouTube. I'm not finding trailers.
All right, play the full movie. It's the only option.
I'm pretty sure that there's a
I love it when
just
like
search a trailer.
there's
B-rated movies
there's some
have a trailer and it's just the first 5 like 30 seconds of the actual movie. It's just the opening of the movie.
I think
I mean,
what
Lion
you're
King did
thinking
that.
of is just on all the streaming platforms and everything. That's all
Because
they
they don't have, but they call
don't-
that some.
But that
the
wasn't the
popular
original
movies will have
trailer,
trailers,
though.
but then the others won't.
Yeah, well,
Somewhere near
I've noticed-
Hadleyville, Texas.
I've noticed that on
Hadleyville.
Apple movie, like their app store. Like they'll just even
Really?
stuff that's like from the 90s that definitely had a trailer. They'll just play like an excerpt from it. I have no idea why. Okay, are we watching this? Is this the whole movie?
Nope, this is
a minute 16.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Trailer for Tracks requested by Jolliver. Hopefully this isn't a tricks somewhere.
Those are for kids.
That's a lot of smoke.
Guys,
It's so pixely I can't tell who it is.
Dolph Lundgren making an omelet.
Punched it. Yeah, he did.
Wait, is he making a chocolate cake?
I think so.
Why does he have like a weapon? Ew.
Ew.
He's got like a.
Is this like that YouTube cooking channel? I forgot what it was called.
I feel like he's not good at this.
But he thinks that he is.
But he has his own belt.
He's like, this is probably how a man
He
cooks.
just added oatmeal.
Yeah.
Men cook in layers.
Don't eat that.
See, ogres have layers. Onions have layers.
Now he's putting everything down the garbage disposal.
I feel like this is kind of how I cook. It's just a
He's
mess.
just trying different things. Who is that?
I don't know what's happening, and why is this a
The
trailer?
person who owns the farm was selling it out from under him.
Toliver says that is the guy that took over the American Top 40.
That was the
Casey
trailer,
Kasem?
Zoinks.
Yes, that was indeed Casey Kasem. Very good, Kyle.
I know. I know my Scooby-Doos.
All right. Oh, because he was the voice of Shaggy. The funny thing is, if we're going into like voice acting again,
Yeah. I like voice acting.
The voice of Fred was also a voice of a Ghostbuster.
Who?
Yes.
Who?
He was,
Who?
oh no, I know this one. He was Egon.
Yep.
But that's cheating because Frank Welker does basically everything.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, sorry. Stop. We're gonna stop talking
like
about the Real
Seth MacFarlane?
Ghostbusters. No.
No.
I mean, he does basically everything on his
So
show.
there was a story.
yeah, but Frank Welker
about
gets paid by other people
Frank
to do.
Welker, and he was in the latest Seth MacFarlane cartoon. No, this story comes from the Hollywood Reporter.
Are we
And
doing
it
that
said
one?
Disney's Christopher Robin is banned in China.
Yeah, they didn't want to see it in China.
This is an exclusive to the
Because there's no
Hollywood Reporter.
pants?
Yeah, they have a strict pants-only policy on their
Oh,
bears in China. They are,
Makes
but
sense.
they like that he was wearing a red shirt. But the bottom half wasn't communist. enough.
They said that
There's-
the character of Winnie the Pooh has become a symbol of the resistance with foes of the ruling Communist Party.
Because of how much they enjoy honey.
Probably.
Yeah.
Is that? Am I getting all of that right here,
Honey
Nathan?
is a
Yes.
euphemism for
Eric is
freedom.
not. But you are.
I think I'm getting it all right, and you need to just
You might be.
know your role, and that's that I'm right.
See, now I bet they would approve a Comzom rom-com.
Yeah. As long as Winnie the Pooh didn't star in it. So they don't like it because he's like a spokesperson.
Well, the situation is that the resistance has basically been saying the sitting president looks like Winnie the Pooh, so he has become a mascot on the
That's
basis of
funny.
mockery.
That's funny.
I like that. How is that mockery? That's just a compliment.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's endearing.
They got thin skin.
if I got to not wear pants and just sit around eating honey all day, hanging out with my bouncy tiger friend, I'd have a good time.
He's not a
And
tiger,
have
he's
a little
tigger.
boy visit you?
There's a tiger named Tigger.
No, he's a tigger. He's the onlyest one.
The boy and visit me, yeah, the one that brings the
Talking about the Christopher Robin,
Christopher. He's
Yeah.
the one that brings him
I'm
life.
just saying that he.
all right. That's a good
You
story.
were trying to take that in a weird direction, Jeremy.
No, I was
Also,
finishing the rest.
Let's go to the club where
Yeah.
the cool kids hang out.
Open it.
Cool kids.
Does he know he's dumb?
There's something
Does he know he's dumb?
There's something seriously wrong with you.
Wouldn't want to embarrass yourself in front of your fellow perverts.
You don't deserve the air you breathe, buddy.
Here's this week's nomination for the hardest 404ing.
All right, we got a couple 404s here. They're going to duke it out on the internet. We'll put a poll up on Twitter.
Oh, hey, I have a roll.
You have a roll.
You have a roll, and it's a poll. The first one comes to us from LATimes.com. It says video of hippo spanking at LA Zoo sparks LAPD investigation.
Yeah. This guy decided he was going to jump in to an exhibit
The hippo pen.
with hippos.
Why don't we? I think there's a video.
Yeah, there's a video. Let's just watch the video.
I don't know if this explains anything or it's just, is a
I
Twitter
think it's
video.
just the visual of it.
It's a tweeter video. All right. This.
He's going over the fence.
Why?
He's like, this is a good idea.
Why would you do this? He's like, I'm gonna.
Oh my god.
Why is? Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, he didn't actually
Okay,
get in.
that honestly was a lot less.
Yeah,
Than I thought it was
the
going to
description
be.
made it sound a lot more obscene.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought he got in there. And
I
just,
thought he
going to
literally
town.
got
Just
in there,
Whapping
Yeah.
hippo.
well, and
That's mean.
or like putting himself into
It is
danger.
mean, Jeremy. You are correct.
Yeah.
He's totally a jerk.
I love Jeremy's random stance on this hippo spanking. A guy
that's just-
slapped the
The
hippo's
hippo's
butt.
already caged.
He
It's
slapped
already not allowed to be in the wild.
slapped his butt one time, and Jeremy's just like, that was mean.
It was. The guy's a jerk.
It is mean. It
is.
was just funny the way you said it.
Yeah, you're right, Jeremy. It is mean.
I think hippos are actually one of the most dangerous animals that are held in the zoo.
How about we call this one "The Police Caught Me Spanking My Hippo"?
That will not fit. We could try spanking my hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah, spanking the hippo.
How about LAPDA? I don't know. That's really bad.
How about LAPD ants? Lap dance.
Oh, lap. I get it. How about
He didn't get a lap dance from the hippo though.
what's a
I'm
famous?
trying to make
I'm trying
it
to think of
work.
a famous hippo. What's a famous hippo? Like a cartoon hippo.
Those ones from Fantasia.
Madagascar.
They wore tutus.
They don't have names though. What about
Fiona.
what about Jessica the hippo? Hippo. She likes tea or coffee. They would feed her coffee
Is that
in a bottle.
there? You go,
There's a thing on the TV I saw about Jessica the hippo.
Jessica the hippo.
Gloria from Madagascar.
Okay.
There you go.
Glorious spanking.
Gloria hole.
Anyways, if anybody's got any suggestions in
What?
chat, put
They're
it
in the
there.
pool.
But yeah, there's a hole in that pool.
It came
Yeah.
full circle.
This has been leaking
'Cause
for,
it's a
for
hole.
4 months.
That's what holes look like. They're full
we
circle.
found the hole.
Video of hippo spanking at LA Zoo Sparks LAPD investigation. So did they investigate?
They investigated.
Okay, they discovered this video.
Catch the guy?
They said they. I'm not sure.
Probably not. They filed a report.
like, hey.
That's what they did.
This sign
Okay.
right here, it says no trespassing. Okay, says it right here, no trespassing. And what were you doing? You're in here trespassing.
Spanking my water horse.
Don't spank my water horse.
They did say it's unclear what damage or stress a hippo might experience in an incident like this. But because the hippo
Seriously, though.
because the hippo didn't have any obvious signs of injury, police aren't investigating this as an animal cruelty case.
It was mean, I get it, but the way that it was like, did
Yeah.
the hippo have stress? Did it have signs of injury? Like, hippos have thick skin. Maybe not emotionally.
Wow.
Maybe not emotionally, but physically. I don't think
They
I
are
just-
pure muscle.
Yeah. I just like how the one hippo looked, like in the video, the one that didn't get spanked looked kind of the most shocked by the loud sound. It was just kind of like, what just happened?
They did say in here as
Only
well
I get a
that
spank by
LA
that
Zoo
hippo.
hippos are accustomed to human interaction in very specific situations where patrons can pay $20 to go behind the exhibit with educators and animal keepers
Jeez.
and potentially pet the animals with a barrier between them.
See, that's crazy because where was that zoo years ago? Some lady dropped her baby in the one, like a hippo pen. The hippo ate it.
Was that?
No, that was Harambe.
No, that was not Harambe. This
Harambe was not a hippo.
the Harambe didn't.
No, I know.
Harambe didn't eat the baby.
No, I'm aware. I was saying you're
That sounds
ruining
familiar.
the story.
No, I'm not ruining a story. Did you mean
Desecrating.
to say
desecrating.
spoiler alert?
You're desecrating.
I don't know. What am I desecrating? I didn't do anything.
Harambe, obviously, his ghost is going to come back.
I don't know what you're saying. All right, the next 404 nomination comes from Tron.com, CHRON. That's not a real website.
Next, we'll be getting something from Tron Legacy.
It's a real website. That's how
Kron.
That's how
Says-
websites work.
Woman shoots masturbating bicyclist trying to break into her Southeast Houston home, police say.
Let's see. A woman opened fire on a masturbating man trying to break into her Southeast Houston home Tuesday afternoon. The woman in her 60s was taking out the trash along the 6600 block around 5:15
I thought that was like a
PM.
reference to her shooting him.
When she spotted the man riding his bike masturbating, according to Houston Police Department. She yelled at him to stop the lewd act,
Sounds
but he
difficult.
persisted. The man eventually followed the woman to her front door after she went inside and allegedly tried to break in. The woman ordered the man to go away and even told him she had a gun. When the man refused to stop, she fired one round through her front door, striking the man in the chest. He immediately ran back to his bike and managed to pedal a few feet away from the house before collapsing. The woman was questioned by officers and homicide detectives, but was not immediately charged.
Of course not.
Investigators will work with the Harris County District Attorney's Office
Did
to
he
determine
die?
if charges are necessary. They said that he had been taken and rushed to the hospital in critical condition. He is now expected to survive.
So this is what that Queen song was about, right?
Right.
Killer Queen.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Oh man, that was 3 different Queen songs that we just went to right there. I went to Bohemian Rhapsody.
That doesn't have anything to do with a bicycle.
Well, Mama killed a man.
Right, masturbating on his bicycle.
That's not rhyme.
They were a series of songs.
Thunderbolts of lightning was a euphemism for.
It was raining actually during that.
Very, very frightening.
No, we all know Thunderbolts of lightning. We all know Thunderbolts of lightning is a euphemism for spanking your hippo. They're full circle. See, circles are round. Circle time is a flat circle. Anyways, do we have any names for this one?
I feel like there's got to be something, but I'm not coming up with it at the moment.
Yeah.
How about clean energy transportation?
What? What? Oh, because it's a pun off of Big D energy.
How? Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking that, like, I kind of imagined if he was like powering his bicycle that way.
That would be a highly inefficient way to power your bicycle.
Maybe he had a Mr. Fusion on there. It could use
not how it works.
It could use anything. It didn't. It could be bio waste.
Oliver just says, "Do you want to ride my bicycle?"
That might be a winner.
Bicycle sleeves.
Oh no! What was that bike in?
Pokes out.
What was that bike in Sunny in
Hyper.
Philadelphia that Mac would work out on?
Oh,
That was like a reverse situation.
I don't remember.
Of this.
Yeah, that would be a reverse situation of it. I don't remember what they called it, but it probably wasn't appropriate
What
either.
if it was? What if we called it "Jacked My Own Bike"? They're
Wheeljack.
Bipartisan bicycle. There's a lot of good answers out there. Nope, we're not going to repeat that one,
Yep.
I guess. Riding dirty.
Riding dirty. We have our winner.
This is rolling.
Patrolling to try to catch me riding dirty.
And then I get shot. That's
And did they catch me? The song used to have a better ending.
Trying to catch me riding dirty.
All right, there you go.
Dirty.
That poll will be up on twitter.com/MinuteTub. Go follow us and vote in that poll.
Right now.
We would appreciate your patronage. But before we get to the patronage, let's go to our mailbag, shall we?
Got something on your mind?
I didn't know where to turn. I didn't know where to turn.
Send us an email, message, or a call.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Let this be a lesson to all of you children out there and adults. Charge your devices before you come to a show, a professional show where we need to do professional things. I don't know what you're handing me this for. What do you want me to do?
Am I supposed to find it now?
I don't know what am I don't have access to the mail.
It's booting.
I need to find it.
Booting?
Do
Is
I
it
need
booting
to
that
find out if
quickly?
I can?
No, I can get it.
Is there a didgeridoo in here? This isn't helping. I like the way we fill time. No dead air allowed on this show. Make a didgeridoo with your mouths. Until I got there. I'm sorry.
I'm there.
Oh, you got there too.
I'm there.
I guess I didn't realize I was logged in on this one.
Think.
All right, we got a voicemail sent to us. Let's go ahead and listen to that now. Maybe. Push the play. I'm good. I think we're good.
Oh, yeah, brother, this is the Macho Man, Randy Savage. I'm calling you out, Trev Dog Beatty. Hell in a Cell, brother. You want to explore a little bit of space, then you're going to have to deal with the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Hell in a Cell, brother. Sunday night. Oh, yeah.
So I'm assuming this is Macho Man inviting Trevor to wrestle him in space.
He invited Trevor to Hell in the Cell on Sunday night.
I'd watch that.
In space.
In space, yeah.
To explore space.
We really should have played that last night while Trevor was here.
Yeah, I guess so. Guess we should have listened to this earlier.
Yep.
Well, sorry, Trevor.
Sorry, Trevor.
You missed your invitation.
He's got a couple days.
Everyone tweet at him. Let him know.
It's really cool how Macho, he just checks in with us every once in a while. God rest his soul. All right. Let's go on to thanking
You want to
our
move this?
Our
No.
Scabbity doop. All right, didgeridoo. Quick, we need a didgeridoo.
I don't know that that's actually how it sounds.
I'd like to thank our Patreon peeps. These are all our lovely individuals who donate at the co-producer level or higher. That means, $10 or more each month that comes to our way from their general direction to our general direction. And we're very thankful for that. If you too would like to be part of this prestigious
U2 is part of this?
crew.
Yeah, the U2 is supporting us financially.
Yes,
I
they're
have
great.
a U2 story.
If you'd like to be part of this prestigious group like God of Atheists and Jay Oliver, you see their names up in shining coral and you want to be there with them, then just go to patreon.com/minuteatub and subscribe at like a $10 level or higher. But if you're okay with being a little more silent of a business partner, you could just donate $1.
Yeah.
You could set
$5.
up like 10 different accounts, each
Or just-
giving $1, and then you're still giving the $10 level.
Or just show how
But not.
humble you are and donate $9
There you go.
a month. Just slide in under there, and we you're very humble, and we won't share your name, but we'll appreciate you. But we do appreciate all of you who are Patreon peeps. We thank you for sharing, and we love y'all. And that's great. But that does do it for our show this evening. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the TUBCAST, episode 155.
That's the
Was it
number.
55?
155.
Yeah, it is.
45 more before Nathan has to do another.
I know, another 200 episode.
We're over halfway there, Nathan.
All right.
That only stole part of your life to do. You know what you can do? You can just take all the clips from the 100th episode show and then mix in episodes from the 101 to 200.
Yeah, it should be easier, right?
And then
Because you've already got a base
We'll
to
just
start
watch
with.
It's like soup.
yeah, you got to get a nice roux going. Yeah. Anyways, thank you all for tuning in live. If you watch live, or if you're watching this later on YouTube or on iTunes or wherever you might find podcasts like this one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brag about
Thank
us.
you.
Your family
give
and
us a
friends
all your
and-
people.
Give us a review on iTunes. Give us a 5-star review. Say this is a podcast you should listen to. That helps iTunes know we're legit. So if you're listening to this and you listen to us on iTunes, do a little review. Even we'll accept a 4-star review. Maybe we're not perfect all the time.
Yeah.
That's fine. You
I mean,
can be
at
honest.
least one of us is.
I mean, yeah, Jeremy's always perfect, but that's
No, I didn't say it was the same one of us all the time.
I mean, you did find your hole. So, all right, everybody, it's been a lovely evening. I hope to join you again. Come back next week for the Loop at 9 p.m. on Wednesday, and then the TUBCAST once again, 9 p.m. Thursday Central Standard Time every week. Thank you, and happy birthday to any of you who are having a birthday right now.
Yeah, happy birthday. Good for
I hope you have a good one.
Enjoy
Hope it's
it.
a good birthday. I hope you took some time for yourself.
I hope you
this
wear
year.
your suit.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Unlike Jeremy, when it comes to birthdays.
Put your birthday suit on and
I
go
enjoy
to
my
the
birthday
club.
suit every day.
Not that. That's not what
Oh,
I meant.
oh,
I
okay.
meant your actual birthday. We discussed
You might
that
need to
a few
go to a
weeks ago.
tailor though, because you found the hole in your birthday suit. Thanks for watching, everybody.